Very important information to keep in mind when doing transactions from abroad with UAE-based companies. 2 seconds and we jump into the very serious information. Hello everyone, my name is Maria Rubert, lawyer and arbitrator in the UAE for the past 15 years. And I want to share with all of you some facts that is good and is bad. The good news is that I was able to register a criminal case against a UAE-based company and individual, in principle, representing the company under a fraud scheme. But the negative side is that when you approach the authorities, because the fraud was committed outside, the initial positioning of the authorities in the UAE is, okay, a UAE-based company committed fraud on you, and you paid from Switzerland, you pay from Italy, you pay from Spain to these criminals. The fraud is committed in those countries. So we had a very interesting case because the payments have been done from abroad to a UAE bank account, individual bank account. There was some sort of contract with a supposedly UAE-based company, but nothing was wrong in the contract. A very quick reading on the contract allow me to know that something was majorly wrong. Why? You cannot have a Dubai-based license with a Fujairah stamp and an Abu Dhabi telephone number, yes? Putting a stamp from another emirate is very, very strange, yes? Then there are ways to find out the status of such company. And the status of such company gave me that the license was expired since 2022. Yes. So I said, maybe it's an error from the system. Yes. And plus the contract had a renewed license. So there are also ways to verify who was right. The system, the UAE system, where you can check the licenses, or the license that I had in front of me as an annex to a contract. So loads of money have been paid from abroad for a UAE-based company to deliver products. It's been 2 months, no products, no travel documents for the products. And then the positioning of the authorities was, you pay from abroad, go abroad. Luckily, this criminal had forged the license. He had changed the expiry date on the license. So this is forgery of a public document. So luckily through this, we were able to register the case to avoid that this criminal perhaps flies out of the country and our clients will be left without a remedy, without the products or the money that they paid to get the products. So this, as I was driving very late on my way home after a very long day, we had to visit a number of authorities to get it registered. I was very disappointed. I got to think about the system where we are today in the UAE. Is it fair? Is it not fair? And of course, there is a point in the positioning of the authorities, but with all respect, the criminal action was taken by a UAE resident, luring clients, luring money from abroad based on the image, on the fraudulent representation that a company was up and running to conduct a business. Yes, so it got me thinking, you know, what is the relationship between the law and fairness and justice? Not all legal provisions are fair, nor justice, nor have common sense. Yes, common sense would say that the UAE can do something, as they will do. Thank you for the forgery of the document, because otherwise, but if you are dealing with UAE companies and you are sending money, what is the lesson from this? You need to verify the license. You need to verify that you are doing business with a valid company, that there are no red flags. Yes? So invest a little bit at the beginning to avoid many hours and many lawyers later on, and today uncertainty on whether or not these products will be delivered, on whether or not this individual, even if a criminal, even if will bear some consequences, will have the money to repay. So when doing business in a country that you don't know, do not rely on the marketing that people are all rich in this country, because there is money, as in most parts of the world, but there is the marketing that things are great here. And criminals know it and take advantage of that when addressing people out of the UAE that don't know the reality of the UAE. It's not what you see in your 5 days trip. It's difficult, yes? It's difficult. And there are loads of good people, but there are also people who try to take advantage. So keep in mind that you don't know the country, you are not able to read the way of doing transactions. You cannot read the credibility of certain companies, because you don't know the culture. So please take my advice and do a 1 hour verification with someone who knows the system. This is a gray case that I'm sharing with you, but in many cases I see the contract and I can tell you this is fraud, 100%, 99.9%, because I don't see the future. But there are things very clear that take half an hour to verify, because there are registers of companies and you can verify if that company is up and running. You can verify if that license is valid. Yes, you can verify if they have the right activity. So this is very worth it when you are doing business for the first time with in a jurisdiction that you don't know. In many other instances we have, and I'm making this video because only this week we have registered 2 fraud cases, similar conditions. One with forgery of public document, the other one without forgery. So for that one, it's highly likely that we'll need to go the civil way, and if they are criminals, they run out of the UAE and they are not here, we will be limited on what we can achieve for client. And then, of course, we can win the case, but at the end of the day, winning cases is not enough if it doesn't bring a practical solution. If clients will not recoup the monies, a positive judgment will make them feel happy somehow, but it will not be the solution that they, I'm sure, want. So, word of caution, be aware when you do business in a jurisdiction that you don't know. Invest a little bit in a practical verification of the identity of the company or of the person, banking details, address, license, and get all these documents, because even if they fail to give you a portion of what they were supposed to deliver to you, you are going to need these documents, the license, Emirates ID of the manager, for example, to sue them. Otherwise, it will be difficult as well, and we will have to invest a lot of resources and time to find this information, which is very easy to get at the beginning. All right, so I hope you don't watch this video too late, and that it is of help. If you have learned a little bit, please do like my video. Please follow me on social media to get to other data about my day-to-day and life in the UAE, law in the UAE, and also some tips on how to become a lawyer. Thank you very much for your time. You can shoot me any question about UAE life or UAE law that you deem of general application, which means that others will be able to learn when I prepare the answer to your question. And of course, thank you very much for your time, for watching me, and for your loyalty. Have a great day.